The central idea behind Framed is delightful. You're rearranging panels of an animated comic to lead a scarpering crook across a digital page. The game adds new ideas as you work your way through its narrative, letting you twist panels and reuse frames. By the end, you're frantically switching things around, trying to make sure you don't take a bullet to the chest. Things start off simple. You drag frames around and put them in the order you think will work. You need to sneak past guards, edge along ledges, and keep one step ahead of your dogged pursuers. The deeper you get into the game, the more it plays around with these ideas. One section sees you essentially running through a maze. There are guards at every corner, and you need to create a path to get past them. Each one of the pages has its own eureka moment. Some small and barely noticeable, others grand and often accompanied by a smug smile. There's a real noir feel to the proceedings. Everything's trench coats and trilbies, mysterious briefcases and thick patches of colour. Cigarettes spark in the gloom, and no one is quite who they seem to be. On top of that, there's a surprising pace to the game. You're always running, always darting out of the shadows to the next port of call. Failure only ever resets your progress across a single page, letting you jump straight back into figuring out the next challenge. And while it reuses some of its ideas, the game never feels repetitive. It switches things around quickly and isn't afraid to twist the outcomes so what you expect to work doesn't quite come off. Failures are almost worth it to see all of the wonderful animations the game has to offer. One in particular that sees you falling off a roof thanks to a pile of logs is pretty funny. Framed isn't the longest game, but it doesn't outstay its welcome either. It's less about the challenge, but more about experiencing the brilliantly simple idea that lies at the heart of the game. This is about as fresh a puzzler as you're likely to find on the App Store. It brims with confidence and swagger, and will have you transfixed from the first swipe to the last. This has been James with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.